Okay, so let me give you a couple of examples of things that are protectable and that we did protect with a utility patent. The first being the three-membered nutcracker. Never before has a nutcracker been created with more than 2 cracking members, and so we were able to protect this as a way of cracking nuts. Basically, it's a nutcracker with 3 cracking members, and it's got these nice little grips, and it's got this nice little pivoting section on the top, and you can use it in a number of different ways that are superior to a 2-membered nutcracker. First of all, you can use 2 hands to crack the nuts, like this. Second of all, you can use leverage. You can put it down on the table, put the nut here, crack down on that. And third, it actually sits on your table kind of like a nice ornament, as opposed to a two-membered nutcracker, which generally sits in your drawer and doesn't look very pretty. Here's another example of a utility patent. This is a skateboard truck, and it has a couple of really unique features. We're going to zero in on this thing and show them to you. But first of all, it doesn't have a kingpin. If you notice, most skateboards have 2 points of contact with the underside of the skateboard. This one only has 1. The second thing is this has something called cam stops. The cam stops are little opposing pieces of metal so that when the skateboard wheel is turned in a really sharp angle to make a sharp turn, the wheels do not have something called rail bite, which happens to a wheel when a wheel is turned so hard that it actually bites into the side of the board. Instead, these cam stops will prevent that. Therefore, this is a safer skateboard truck, and it works in a different manner than previous skateboard trucks have worked. So, in other words, this is utility patentable because it is a skateboard truck that works differently than other skateboard trucks have worked in the past. The last example of a utility patent I want to bring up is Bubble Dog. Now, we do a lot of work for some Chinese manufacturers, and they send us stuff at the R&D stage. We file the patent applications with the hope that the patent will be issued about the time when the thing hits the market. Anyway, Bubble Dog, again, we'll zoom in on Bubble Dog here, but Bubble Dog has a very interesting throat in that Bubble Dog has a tongue in his throat that covers an aperture, and when you see the aperture is opened, there are a bunch of little holes around the aperture. The bubble-blowing liquid flows through the holes, and because the tongue has a flat back surface, it forms a film of bubble-blowing liquid across the aperture. When you press on the trigger, it not only pulls up the tongue, but it also turns on a fan which blows air through the aperture, thereby creating bubbles. Anyway, until Bubble Dog came along, we didn't have a bubble-blowing toy that blew bubbles this way, so this was patentable as a utility.